0.5 on the other side. So it is 19.5. Now what are you seeing over here? In exclusive type, this upper limit of the earlier class and this lower limit of the next class is same. Upper limit of the earlier class and lower limit of the next class is same. So important over here is upper and lower always same in exclusive type. Exclusive, okay. This is the most used method in solving any numerical. We'll always have to convert this from inclusive to exclusive. Okay. In inclusive, one more point is there. Both the upper and the lower limits are included. 30 and 39. Both are included in the class. Now, what do you mean by this? Suppose if I get, let's say, same 39 if I get. So same 39, I'll put it over here. That's simple. But if I get, let's say, 19.5. 19.5. So where will I put this 19.5? I'm having 2 times over here. One is over here, second is over here. So whenever I get this number which is at the end corner, so I always put it in the next class. Next class. So I'll put this 19.5 over here and not in this earlier class. Not in the earlier class. Always remember the last number is always put in the next class in exclusive. Whereas in inclusive, it's clearly defined. 39 is 39. It'll be over here. It can't be in earlier class. It can't be in the next class. Okay. Got it? Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Everyone is getting this now? Now, open-ended class interval. Now, what is open-ended class interval? Now, let me explain you this also. Very simple term. That's why I said this chapter number 1 is very simple. Okay. Difficulty starts from chapter number 2. Very difficult. Chapter number 2 is okay. Sampling. That is also difficult only. But chapter number 3 and then further, all the chapters of module A are difficult, to be frank. They are numerical based. Numericals. Okay. Everything. Complete module A is numerical based. Complete module C, not complete. Module C is only 2 chapters. There are numericals. Remaining ones you don't have numericals. Chalo. Let's move on. This open-ended class interval. What is this open-ended? Name itself. Understand the name. Open end. Open means what? It is open to the sky. So what is that open end? Look at this example. In open-ended interval, either the lower limit of the first class or upper limit of the last class or both are missing. Means what? Look at this class. Below 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, above 40. Now what do you mean by this? Suppose if I say below 10, so where can I go below 10? Below 10 can be 0, can also be below 10. Minus 20 can also be below 10. Minus 1000 can also be below 10. So anything is below 10. So whenever it's open to the sky, similarly the second part, above 40. So 50 is above, also above 40. 1 lakh is also above 40. So any number which is above 40 can be written in this class. So open-ended means what? It is open to sky. There is no limit for this. So whenever the lower limit of the first class, say this lower limit of the first class or the upper limit of the last class or both, see both, it can be here, it can be only one. Now I'll give you an example over here. Suppose if I write this class like this, 10 below 10, so less than 10, 10 to 20. Okay, this much only. I'll write this class this much only. Now, is this an open-ended class or closed-ended class? Everyone, is this an open-ended class or closed-ended? Less than 10, then 10 to 20, only this much I have written. It's open-ended. Why? Because one end is open. Any end can be open. Similarly, the second example, suppose if I am writing this class like this, 10 to 20, then 20 and above 20. So this is also open-ended. Here, it's not compulsory that both of them should be open. Anyone, here, either this first, or the last upper, or both. So it's like this, either upper or lower or both. Okay, so that is considered as open class. Now relative frequency. Relative frequency equals to, always remember, frequency upon total frequency into 100. So frequency of the relative number upon total frequency. Now I'll write it over here. Frequency upon the total frequency into 100. Okay. So as we discussed earlier, suppose the relative frequency of 2 we wanted that number. Okay. So 3 upon 10, 4 upon 10. So this you already know. Let's move on now because this is a simple term. Percentage frequency. Percentage frequency means what? Class frequency upon total frequency into 100. Now what is class frequency? Class frequency means, suppose if I am writing the class 10 to 20. So this is known as a class frequency. How many numbers are occurring in this? Now how do you show the frequency? Let me show you that also first. Okay, this is not given in your, not for your portion actually, but let me show you how to write the frequency. Okay, take the earlier table only. Let's go to that earlier table one second. This one. This one only. No, yeah. How do we write this frequency? This table. See this. 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 2, 3. Suppose if I want to write this, I generally don't write it this way. 3, 4. I don't write it like this. How do I write? Frequency distribution table. I write 1. How many times 1 is occurring? 1, 2, 3. So what will I do? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me write some 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also. 5 times let me write it 2. Okay, now it will be easy for you. So let me write this like this. So 1 is occurring how many times? 1. 3 times. So what will I do? 1, 2, 3. So that is equal to 3. 3 lines I will draw. Suppose if I want to express 2, how many times 2 is occurring? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now look at this, how 5 is written. Always remember this, how 5 is written. Now I'll change this. This becomes 11. Okay, because I have added 1, 2. So how 5 is written? See, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 is cancelled. It's not single line. So always it's a set of 5. Okay, so this becomes 5. Frequency is always written this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose if I ask you to show, let's say 8. How will you show 8 in this frequency distribution table? I want 8. So how will you show this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suppose if I ask you to show, let's say 13 in this, 13. How will you show 13 in this? 13 times. So it will be again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So always remember it is a set of 5. Okay, it is always a set of 5. Okay, so we are here. So percentage frequency equals to class frequency upon total frequency into 100. So same thing here. There is no difference, almost no difference between this relative frequency and percentage frequency. No difference. Why? Frequency upon total frequency. What is this? Class frequency upon total frequency. So after all, it's a one and the same thing. What is the frequency of my class upon total frequency into 100? Same thing I have done it over here. Frequency density. So frequency density means of a class equals to class frequency upon width of the class. Now this is something different. Upon width of the class. Now what is width? See here. Width means always, suppose if I am writing this 10 to 20. 10 to 20. So my width is always, width equals to upper minus lower. 20 minus 10. So that is equal to 20 minus 10. So that is equal to 10. So this is my width. Now one thing all of you will note about width is it is always the same. Suppose if I write 10 to 20 or 20 to 30. or 30 to 40. So if you check this, the width is always the same. It will be 10 only. So class width never changes. How to find out the class width? We'll see that. Okay. How to find this out? We'll see that. Okay. Now, yeah. Frequency distribution is of two types: discrete, which can be counted. Okay, discrete. Variables take distinct values. Distinct means it can be counted separately. 0, 1, 3, 1, 0. All these I can find it out. How many times 2 are there? This is known as discrete. Discrete means similar to that of oranges. Suppose if I want to calculate oranges, so I can count them, which can be counted. Okay. And second is continuous. Continuous frequency variables take value which are expressed in class intervals within certain limits. So expressed in class intervals within certain limits. So class intervals, so always remember, continuous will always have a class 10 to 20. Discrete will always have generally the numbers. Means they can also have the class, but generally they can have the class mark only. 1, 2, 3, like this it will be written. This is X for discrete. And for continuous, how is it written? For continuous, it is like this. Class, it's mentioned. Class. And then instead of writing this 1, I'll write it like this. 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Like this class I'll write. So continuous will always have the class. Discrete will always have the class mark. Here, but it's not a compulsory rule. It can be like this, that the class mark, the discrete ones can also have the class in some of the extreme cases. Okay. General tendency followed is, whenever I'm having something countable, I'll use discrete. Whenever I'm having something not countable, I'll be using class. For example, sugar. How do we measure sugar? Do we measure sugar in terms of each particle of sugar? 1, 2, 3, 4. Will you go in counting, or 1 kg of rice? So that is a class, continuous one. You can't count separate frequency, separate element of rice. Okay. Variables takes values which are expressed in class intervals within certain limits. Marks obtained by 20 students in the exam for 50 marks are given below. Now these are the marks obtained. These are 20 students. Look at this, 20 students. Now 20 students means, if I ask you this question, what did I tell you at the first part? I told you summation F equals to N. So here it will be what? 20. Summation F means total of all these frequencies. If you add all these frequencies, all these numbers, not exact numbers, how many times they are occurring, you will get it 20. So total of 20 students in the exam of 50 marks are given below. Convert the data into continuous frequency distribution form. Continuous frequency distribution form, you have to convert it. So how do you convert it? How do you convert this? Here, I can start writing these classes. What? 10 to 20, 20 to 30. But how do I write it? For this, I must know the class width first. Or class, have I written it? Let me see. Here, for this, we need to know the class width first. Let me remove this and show you properly, separately. One second. Serious. The earlier one, what were the numbers? 18, 23, blah, 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 blah. You can go on counting. So what you have to do is, you have to find out the range first. Range. What is the range? Range means range. Range is always upper limit, total upper limit. Upper minus lower. That is known as the range. So upper limit minus lower limit. What is the upper limit over here? If you check the upper limit, maximum number is what? I think so 49. Is there any other number? No, 49 is a maximum number. So 49 minus 49. Okay, minus. What is the lower limit? Lower number. Lowest number is, I think so, 18. Is there any other number? No, 18 only. 18. Okay. So 49 minus 18. This is known as my range. Okay. Upper minus lower. So 49 minus 18. This is my range. Whatever that answer is, 18, 28, 38, 48, and it's 31. Okay. 31. So now, how to find out this class? Always remember, for finding out this class, we take the general terms. Suppose there is 18. So I can write this 18 this way also. This class I can write it this way also. 10 to 15, or I'll write it simple. 10 to 20, 20 to 30. I know the maximum number. Maximum number is 49. So I'll take a round figure out above 49 and here round figure below 18. So 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. See here, my maximum number is 49. It is falling in this range. So my class will be over here, right? Now if I ask you the class marks of these, everyone, pay attention. If I ask you the class mark, can anyone give me this is known as what? This is known as this class, okay? Let me write it over here. Okay. This is known as class, okay? And this is known as class mark. Now, can anyone give me the marks of this class mark? So if I ask you for class mark of 10 to 20, what will be the class mark? Everyone, 10 to 20. Class mark is 15, correct? 15, 20 to 30, center, 25, then 35, then 45. This is known as my class mark, okay? Remember this class mark very importantly, because it will be useful for you in chapter number 3. Now I want to write the frequencies. Now it's easy. Frequency means what? Just go on counting. 18. Between 10 to 20, how many numbers do come? 18 is there, 10 to 21. Then second one is what? Is there any other number? I think it's only one number. 18, yeah. So it is 1. So if I write this frequency over here, this becomes 1. 1. Okay, 20 to 30. Now how many numbers are there between 20 to 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, 9 numbers are there between 20 to 30. So what will I do? I'll write this directly here. Actually, I have to write it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll directly write the answer 9 over here. Similarly, others, you can go on and on and on. Okay. So this is known as F. Now, if I ask you summation F over here, what shall be the answer for this summation F, everyone? Suppose if I ask you summation F over here. So summation F will be the total of all these, not figures. It is total how many numbers are there. So that will be 20. So summation F will always be 20. Your summation F cannot be greater than the total number of elements. Okay. Next one. Represent the information given below in the suitable table. 1400 candidates were medically examined in the fitness test, out of which 21% were girls. From the doctor's report, it was found that 396 males and 104 females were unfit. 40% of the remaining males and 60% of the remaining females were in good health. The rest were declared as temporarily unfit. Now look at this. There are two terms. One is temporarily unfit and second is unfit. Okay. Temporarily unfit and unfit. Let me show you this way better. So look at this. Temporarily unfit and this. Now what do you mean by this? 1400 candidates. Let's draw this. Okay. 1400. We have to represent this in a table. So 1400 candidates were, the survey was done. So out of 1400 candidates, what is given? Now let's mark this like this. You have to just show it in the table. Male and female. Okay. So total is what 1400. Out of them, what is given? 21% were girls. So 21% of 1400. So 21% equals to 21% of 1400 is what? Everyone do the calculations. 21% of 1400. Give me the answer. 21% of 1400. Okay. So 294. Correct. It is 294. So females, it is 294. What are the males then? Remaining ones. The males will be what? Subtraction. What is the subtraction? 1106 roughly. 1106. So these are the number of males. So first part is over. This part, go step by step. First part is over. Yeah. Second part. This is given in your book. This example is given in your book. So it may come to you in exam also as a simple 1 mark or 2 mark case study. From the doctor's report, it was found that 396 males and 104 females were unfit. Now, how many are unfit? We'll write this over here. Unfit. 396 males and what? 104 females. So 104 unfit. These are unfit. Okay. Were unfit. 40% of the remaining. Now remaining. First I'll have to find out the remaining. What is the remaining then? Remaining. Remaining is subtraction. So subtraction of this 1106 minus 396. Okay, 1106 minus 396. It is what? Everyone do the calculations. It is 710. Correct. 710. Similarly over here 294 minus 104. So it is everyone calculations. 294 minus 104. Calculations are we always go wrong in calculations in an exam. So we have to very conversant with the calculations. 190. Okay. So 294 minus this 190. Got it everyone? Now what is given? Out of the remaining 40% of remaining males and 60% of the remaining females were in good health. Now I'll write it good health over here. Who are in good health? Good health. Okay. So who are in good health? 40%. 40% of the remaining. 40%. Now 40% of 710 of the remaining. 40% of the remaining. So 40% of 710. So it becomes what? 40% of 710 is, everyone do the calculations. 40% of 710. 284, correct? So it is 284. 284 were found to be in good health. Similarly over here, 60% of 190. Okay. So the answer is 60% of 190. 114. 114. 19 6 114. Okay. So 114. So these were in good health. But what is given about the rest were found to be temporarily unfit. So temporarily unfit. Temporarily unfit. So how many are there? 710 minus 284. 710 minus 284. So what is the answer over here? 710 minus 284. Everyone. It is 426. Okay, and this is 190 minus 114. So it is 76. Okay, this is how it will be asked to you in exam, and they'll ask you separate questions on this. How many of them were temporarily unfit? How many of them were healthy, good health? How many of the males were good health? How many of the females were good health? How many of the total were of good health? Now total were of good health means, suppose if they ask you the total, those who are in the good health, total of that. So just add them, 284 and 114. If they ask you unfit males, so just do this 396. Okay. If they ask you unfit females, okay, so it is 104. Okay. Got it? So this is the way this table is done. Now those who are watching on YouTube, this is I think to the first paid class, so you might be watching on YouTube also, some of them. Those who are watching on YouTube, kindly download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. In this app, you will be getting all the premium study material plus live classes, etc. And everyone, those who are watching on YouTube, do join the classes ASAP. Because today's chapter is a bit simpler one, but from tomorrow, things will be difficult. because as the second chapter comes in, it becomes more and more difficult. Okay, so let's solve this. Let's solve the numericals now. One sec. See this. The data of some worker's salary are given as 2300, 2400, blah 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 blah. You can go on counting. Okay. Now the data is given. One sec. Just give me 1 minute. I'll convert all this into simple one. Hold on. Now it becomes easier for you also to watch this. Yeah, now it's easier for you. So look at this. The data of some workers are given as 2300, blah blah blah, everything. If the desired number of class intervals is 10, find a class width. Now those who are in the earlier class, means regular batch, they'll immediately find it because it's very easy. See here, how to find out the width? Width is always found out using range. See here, important is you must know the range. What is the range? So what is the maximum number given over here? See this maximum number given over here is 3000. Here I've written it over here 3000. What is the minimum number? 2000. So what is my range? I have not written it over here as range. So range equals to, always remember range. This term is very important. Range equals to max minus minimum. Maximum minus minimum. So 3000 minus 2000. So that is equal to 1000. So this is my range. In the exam, if they ask you separate word called as range, so range will be this maximum minus minimum. And what is the width then? Width equals to this range upon number of intervals. Here, what is given? If the desired number of class intervals is 10, then the class width is. So desired number is given. So number of intervals required is 10. So range 1000 upon 10. So my width will be 1000 upon 10, that is equal to 100. Okay. Simple. Next one, let me show you. Yeah. Now, the largest and the smallest values of a data are given as 60 and 40 respectively. If the desired number of class intervals is 5, then the class interval is okay. Now give me the range, everyone. Give me the answer for range first. What is the range over here? Everyone. Those who are new, okay, give me the answer for range now. What is the range? Yes, those who are new, answer. You guys answer first. Those who are in the old batch, means regular batch, I know it'll be very easy for you. Correct. Nitesh Kumar, very good. Yeah. Uh, TA, Tamil Rasi. Okay. Very good. No, who's this? 4. No, Acha, you gave the final answer 4. No, I want only the range. I want only the range. Range. What is the range? Sunny, I want the range. I don't want the final answer. Okay. Yeah. Correct. So Sandhya Rani, it should be range. Range is equal to maximum minus minimum. So that is equal to 20. And what is my width? Width always equals to width. That is always equal to range upon number of intervals required. What is the interval required? 5. So range upon 5. Okay. So that's why we have taken 60 minus 40, 20 upon 5. So that is equal to 4. Okay. Suppose if I give you another problem now. Okay. Similar problem. Okay. My upper and the lower limit are 90 and 40. 40. And I want around 10 class intervals. 10 class intervals. Now give me the value of class width. I want class width now. Class width. Okay. What will be the class width now? Everyone. Correct? Everyone, yes. Now you have got it. 5. Correct? Got it? 5. Why? Because 90 minus 40. See, this is 1 mark question. Generally, you get it in exam. So 90 minus 40, that is equal to range. Upon how many are required? 10. So 10. Okay. So that is equal to 5. Okay. Everyone subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. Okay, we are available on now on Telegram also. Telegram, then Instagram, then WhatsApp, and YouTube. Everywhere, all the social media we are available. So subscribe to the channels immediately. Okay. The class interval where the upper and the lower limits are also in the class interval are called as. Now this you must know. I have told you upper and the lower limit are there. So suppose if I write this 10 and 19, 20 and 29. So this is known as upper and the lower limit are inside this. So this is known as what? Exclusive, inclusive, discrete and continuous. Who can give me the answer? Correct. It is B. Inclusive type. Inclusive. Okay. Suppose if I get the number 19, okay, this is class, okay. Suppose if I get the number 19 over here, where will I write 19? I'll write it over here. 119 I'm writing. Suppose if I get the number 20 over here, I'll write this number 120 over here, okay. So this is known as inclusive. The type of cumulative frequencies where the frequencies are added starting from the highest to the lowest is known as what? Now, what do you mean by cumulative and highest and lowest? Here, it's like this. Suppose if I have the classes 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, if I write them like this, so this is known as less than, less than, less than. Okay. If I write it reverse way, means how will I write it? I'll write it like this. The biggest class at the top, 30 to 40, then 20 to 30, then 10 to 20. If I write it like this, biggest class at the top and lowest class at the lowest bottom. So that is known as greater than, greater than. Okay. So this is the way we write this greater than and or lower or less than. So when we start from the highest class, it is known as greater than cumulative frequency, GT. Okay. Yeah, GT. The data classification which is based on variables like demand, supply, height, weight is considered as what? Qualitative, quantitative, time series, etc. Now look at this. Demand, supply, it means, yeah. Variables like demand, supply, height, weight, etc. Now tell me one thing. Can you count the height? Suppose if I tell you, tell me the height of any XYZ person. You can count. So anything which can be counted is known as quantitative. Anything which can be counted is known as quantitative. Weight. Can you measure the weight? Yes, you can measure the weight. Measure the weight, right? Demand. Can you measure the demand? How many people are asking for certain product? You can measure. So anything which can be counted is known as quantitative type. Anything which cannot be counted is known as qualitative. Now what is qualitative? Qualitative means good. I am very good. How will you measure how much good am I? Am I 100% good? Or am I 20% good? Or am I 0% good? Something like this. This is known as qualitative. Okay, qualitative. Got it? In schools, we had that something called as, anyone remembers the name of that noun which could not be measured? Forgot. School. School level. Sir, why the school level? Now everything is gone school. Why should we go again for the schooling? See, here, the basics of your schooling always remain throughout your life. So the basic qualitative noun was, I'll tell you, abstract noun. Anyone remembers this? Abstract noun. How many nouns are there? Forget it. Not a part of our studies. Okay. So abstract noun, proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun, all these nouns were there, right? Remember this? So this abstract noun means qualitative. You can't count. Abstract means qualitative. You cannot count good, bad. Okay, this person is bad, but how much bad I don't know. Similarly, the data is classified or arranged by the time of occurrence, such as years, months, or weeks. Always remember, whenever any data is arranged as per the years, months, weeks, or any time, it is known as number one time series. And second name to this time series is historical data. Now, what do you mean by this? How do you arrange this? Just telling you that it's arranged for the years and months is not okay. Here it's like this. Suppose if I plot the graph of x-axis, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So on x-axis, I'll always have time. Time means I'll have months over here, January, February, March, April, May, anything. Or years or weeks, anything. I'll have time over here. Whenever I have time on the x-axis, it is known as time series or even the historical data. Both mean one and the same. But in our studies for CIB, we'll be using this time series name because you have a separate chapter on this time series. Okay, so this name we'll be using, but it is known as both time series and historical data. Okay, chalo, bye for today. Tomorrow we'll meet again at the same time. Okay, and we'll be starting the next part of the studies. Okay, chalo, bye everyone. Don't forget to give the ratings, everyone, and those who are watching on YouTube, kindly join the batch. Okay, now it is for those guys who are watching on YouTube. Let me show you how to join the batches. Many of you might not be knowing how to join the batches. Okay, let me show you that. Hold on. Hi, and everyone, don't forget to give the ratings at the end. Don't forget to give the ratings. Okay, B is correct. Correct. Garimila. See, the answer over here is. Let me give the answer also. The answer is D over here. Huh? The answer over here is D. D is the answer. This is the answer. Okay, D. Both A and C are correct. Okay, that is the answer D. So now those who are watching on YouTube, okay, kindly join the batches. How to join the batches? Let me show you. Okay, go to Adda 24/7. Everyone, you can go through the app also. In the app, you'll get around 1% extra using the coin system. Right now, look at this. 80% off is going on. JIB and CIB. CIB November. Click on this CIB November. You'll see the batches. See this. This is the batch I'm talking of. We are right now, today we have started this Powerpack revision combo batch. Click on this batch. Okay. Now look at the fees. It is 80% off going on. 80%. 2,999.80. Okay, what do you get in this? You get ebooks, you get tests. Click on these ebooks. Look at these ebooks. Those who are in the class, you also go through the ebooks, everyone. Don't just keep these ebooks for some last day. Start studying right now, the ebooks. From tomorrow, I'll be sharing certain important handouts also. I'll be sharing some book notes, some master PDF, and then some question bank also. I'll be sharing that. From tomorrow, I'll share it, okay? Because many others will also join. So see this, ebooks are chapter wise. Now similarly, you can go for test also. Test, if you click on this test, you'll see this complete test pack. Now again you get it, this module wise test over here. Okay, so this much, all of this you get in what fees? 2,999.80. Join immediately. Expert faculties, interactive classes, recorded videos, limited size batches. See here, the number is flashed over here on the right side also, right corner. You can take down this number and call on this number for any query. Okay. So bye from my side, everyone. Let's meet tomorrow again. Okay. This question. Thanks, Garimila. Thanks a lot. Thanks, yeah. Ratings, okay? So don't forget to give the ratings at the end. Bye from my side. Okay? Chalo.